While these eggs are cooking, I'll share that, like I said, I'm really tired. I got a bunch done around the house today. Some pretty dirty jobs. And then Mary's graduation, etc. This is what I'm noticing. When I'm really, really tired, my brain starts thinking about covering whatever I'm eating in cheese, or maybe some chicken wings, or I can tell my tired, exhausted, addicted brain is trying to find a way to binge, trying to find a way to relax into food, trying to find a way to force myself to keep going for longer. It's Friday night, it's only 7:11, and I really don't have the energy to go out as much as I would love to take Mary out for graduation. I know what a busy, full weekend we have ahead, but it doesn't matter. I'm just currently exhausted, and I can tell that when my brain is tired like this, it tries to find some form of binging. That's why this beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is so good for me, because Greg is taking them all to a Mexican restaurant, and I'm positive that I could find a way to just do what I always did, which was be to sit there and just stuff myself. But it's so different now because it's to no avail. I can stuff myself with as much animal products as I want, and my eyes are still going to be half open. I'm not going to get high. I'm not going to get hyper. I'm not going to get wound up like we all do, like kids do, like anybody does on sugar and flour. I'm just going to fill myself with a bunch of stuff that's going to make me feel yucky. And so again, this beef, butter, bacon, and eggs is really excellent for me. A friend of mine commented below one of my videos. She said, wow, maybe I have too much variety. There is a lot of freedom in this beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. I was a little nervous thinking, uh-oh, I'm on day 22 of that, or 23. Uh-oh, these 30 days are almost up. But obviously, if I wanted to, I could extend it longer. We'll see. I will prayerfully discern whether or not I want to continue with beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. Knowing myself and my brain, and having the options and freedom of all the rest of the animal products. I've just found over the years that any exception can lead to many exceptions. And if I were to say, oh, I'll start having pork rinds, or I'm really hungry right now, I'm just going to stop and get a rotisserie chicken and binge in my car eating this chicken, or a big block of cheese, or, oh, it got a little bingy. Even though I was doing carnivore, when I was allowing myself to eat that way, I sort of felt like I needed those things. I needed to go in Walmart and get myself a bunch of cheese, and it wasn't for the energy. It was for it was to cope. It was to cope with life. I was really exhausted, and I thought, sure, kids, I'll take you to the movies, but first we're going to stop so I can get a bunch of binge foods and binge on the way there. And again, to no avail, because unlike my old ways, unless I'm binging on carbs, I'm not getting high, and I get to the movie theater or wherever I'm going with the kids as exhausted as I was before I binged on pork rinds and cheese. Only now I've got this block of not so nutritious food to digest. It sort of complicates matters, and things go from bad to worse. So I'm sharing with you that there's part of me that wants to cope with life the way I used to. And that's the part of me I want to starve. we feed and starve behaviors. Those are the behaviors I want to starve. This is what I want to feed. I want to feed this new way of operating and this new way of accepting that when I'm out of energy, I'm out of energy. And whether I like it or not, it's time to go to bed. On Friday night, it's 7:15. What a blessing to have a husband that will take the 3 little ones. What a blessing that it's absolutely beautiful outside. I probably will eat this and then put on some boots and go for a walk with those poodles and start to train Othello what his boundaries are. I won't turn to food, not even animal products, to cope. And I'm pretty sure that if I did, if I started just the behaviors of turning to these animal products to cope, then it would quickly devolve from not just the behavior of turning to food to cope, but then I wouldn't even turn to food to cope. I think it'd be a very quick, slippery slope into available neural pathways of addiction, sugar, flour. And I believe I could and would recover, but I would lose the ground I've gained. So I'm going to keep going.